Hey there, it's Victoria McCooey, founder of the Divorce Course for Women. I am here live at the beach for this episode of Manic Monday. Yes, there's a vacuum, of course, all of a sudden. I don't know if you can hear that, but this is real life, and there's someone here vacuuming. All right, so we're going to go ahead anyway. I am going to wait a few seconds to see who pops on because I'm really excited about what we're talking about today, because I have a feeling a lot of you are going through this right now because it's summer. It's good vibes. It's summertime. Everybody's taking vacations, and that's a big problem sometimes when you're co-parenting. You might have very different ideas about what is acceptable and what's not for your kids to do on vacation. Oh, before I forget, if you're watching this with me live right now, please type in the comments #live. And if you're watching a replay, type #replay. That way I know who's with me now and who's watching it later. So anyway, we're talking about summer vacations with your kids. So not everybody is on the same page when it comes to age-appropriate adventures, right? So here's what happens. Maybe your ex-husband is taking the kids on some type of vacation that you don't think is appropriate, or you think is too dangerous, or you don't feel comfortable with. What do? Do you call the lawyer? Do you call Child Protective Services? Where's the line? So here's what you have to do. You have to ask yourself, is it really life-threatening? I mean, is it really that bad? Is he putting them in harm's way? All right? And you have to be honest with yourself. Or is it just something you're not comfortable with? Maybe you are, not a water person. Maybe you can't swim. Maybe you don't like to be on the water, and he's taking them sailing or, to a water park or something that you don't think is acceptable. Or maybe they're going ziplining and you think that this is too dangerous, or maybe it's because you don't like heights, or so really think about how dangerous it is. If it's really life-threatening, then of course you have to make a phone call. But if it's just you really have to let go. You have to let go of that control, and it's one of the hardest things you have to do when you're co-parenting. But if you make a phone call, if you're calling the lawyer or calling Child Protective Services or the court every time your child is going somewhere with your ex-husband that you don't think is what you would do, you're going to get labeled as a controlling, hysterical mother. And in a lot of places, the courts are still kind of a boys' club. They do not take very well to women who are hysterical over this sort of thing. So think long and hard. You don't want it to come back to bite you. You don't want it to work against you. So make sure that it's really, really a life-threatening situation, that they're really in harm's way before you take that kind of action. Otherwise, you're going to have to let go. And guess what? This happened in my own divorce. My kid's father took them on trips that I would never have allowed. I would never have thought was a good idea. Some of the best times of their life. They lived to tell about it. They survived. They had a great time. But don't try to compete with dad in that way. Okay, so if dad's taking them on things that you're not comfortable with, but he's allowing it, then don't try to match that. Don't try to take them on some crazy thing that you're not comfortable with. Keep your own integrity. Like, if that's not something that you want to do, don't do it. You do what you are good at. You highlight your own best qualities. So this is what I did. One time, one of my kids came back, and I think he was just trying to stir the pot, trying to get me going about where they'd been with dad. And, it was like, it was scary, dangerous sailing trip and rough seas, and, how scary it was, but, how exciting. And instead of taking the bait, I said, well, Dad is like the wild ride on the high seas. He's adventurous. He's exciting. He is spirited. He is exhilarating. That is what it's like when you're with Dad. But when you're out sailing and you've been sleeping on a boat night after night, isn't it great when you come back to a safe harbor and you dock and then you get on solid ground and you get a good shower and you sleep in a warm bed and you have a hot meal? I said, that's what mom is. Mom is the safe harbor. Dad is the wild ride. So you accentuate what you're good at. Don't compete. Just remind them of how it's really important to have both. All right. That's my advice for today. Remember to leave in the comments, #live or #replay. Also, tell me in the comments, what problems or issues are you facing this summer with your co-parenting situation? I know a lot of my clients are coming to me with scheduling issues, last minute changes. It's so disruptive, trying to make plans and getting them altered. You're buying plane tickets or you're making plans with relatives or friends or whatever. It's really gets complicated. So just know you're not alone in that. Everyone's going through that. It's good to share, because then we know it's just a necessary evil of going through a divorce. All right, so thanks for watching. If you'd like to book a free consultation with me, I'm always available. Just click on the link in the post and book a free call with me. And I can't wait to talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.